the ones where you're like, ooh, and then.
Yeah, I need to have a go. I need to have a go at it. I do need to have a go. So, yeah, the video for Sweet Melody, that was filmed at Printworks. So Sing the Pink are doing a massive party there in November, which is really exciting. So have you missed going out over the last year and letting your hair down?
Oh, Bimini, I can't explain how much I'm gagging for it. I miss it so much. Do you know what I miss more than anything? It's like, not even the drinking or, you know, having a wild one. It's just being on like a dance floor and just, do you know what I mean? Because it's a bit awkward doing it by yourself in your flat. You want that, you want to be in a club, everyone's joining in, and you've got the whole sort of euphoric atmosphere.
Oh, I miss that.
I really, really miss that. And, you know, where we shot Sweet Melody, that like warehouse nightclub venue space, is the perfect place for it, to be honest. So I'll be there when it's in.
Yeah, Sing the Pink in November. They're doing some massive thing there, so that's going to be amazing. But I think, yeah, we definitely need to get on the ones and twos when this is all over and go out for a dance.
Yeah, have a little shindig.
How do you feel when you hear your music when it comes on?
When I hear my music, what, in a nightclub?
Yeah, if you're out in a club and like you hear one of your songs come on, how do you feel?
It depends if it's one I like. If it's one that I'm not that arsed about, I'm like, oh God. And you know what? When I'm on a night out, or if I'm anywhere in a shop or whatever, if one of my songs comes on, everyone does the same thing with the turn and they go,
yeah.
Like, what do you want us to do? What do you want?
Performance there and then.
I mean, but yeah, on a night out, it's good though. If a good one comes on, I'll give you the full choreo on the dance floor. I'll give you it all. Yeah.
It's one of those as well, though, isn't it? Like when you're kind of an artist and you're working on a song or whatever you're doing, you listen to that over and over and over and over and over. And obviously, when you hear it out, it's an amazing thing. But sometimes you kind of like, I can't hear that for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I do love it though. Do you know what I love though when I go to things like Sing the Pink, is they always play like amazing pop tunes from like years and years ago. So now they'll play like an older little mix song, and I love like a little throwback if I haven't heard something in a long time. Do you know what I mean? So
that's good. That's good. So another thing, so obviously me being part of the LGBTQI acronym, we're very appreciative for all the work that you've done for kind of mermaids and all of the charities that you work for. How important is that to you, being an ally?
Oh, it's so important.
Because you're one of those. I feel it's very authentic. Like I'm very happy for everyone that kind of like is supportive, but there's some people that you feel like they're doing it for clout or it's not really true to them. But for you, I just feel this, like, it radiates from you. It's this just like authentic place of you being an ally, which is amazing.
Thank you. That actually really means a lot, because I am always quite conscious of like making sure, you know, that I become an ally and I'm an ally in the right way, and it's not performative or, you know, like you say, for clout. And I think, you know, I've always obviously been an ally, but maybe not as active as I have been the most like recent years. You know, and I think for me, it's important to use our platform to raise this and show our fans how they can be allies. Show them that, you know, it's not just about like turning up at Pride once a year and like wearing a rainbow. You know what I mean? Which is, but I was probably that basic ally like years and years ago before I really like educated myself. And I think that's as well as, you know, learning to learn, educate yourself, listen to the LGBTQ plus community, you know, learn the pronouns and all these things that you mightn't have been aware of before. It's okay that you didn't before. It's just important that you learn now and make. I always say that, like, you know, I do really believe that change always happens quicker with allies involved. So.
Totally, and I think it's important to have conversations about that where it's not trying to bring someone down for doing something wrong, because that will never change someone's opinion. I think like we're always learning. I change over the years. We always learn and grow. Like no one's got the right answers. It's just trying to strive to be the best that you can and know that you mess up sometimes and you learn from that, and that's important.
Yeah, I've messed up. You know, I'm by no means. I don't think there really is such thing as like a perfect ally. There's been times where I might have slipped up or I might have said the wrong thing, and I think it's important to acknowledge that and move on. And you know, we've
all done that. We've all said the wrong thing.
Yeah, exactly. But I do really love like yesterday I was working, and someone that works with us, he's like an older man, and from a older generation. And I love when I have conversations with people that probably didn't understand before, like the LGBT, and you talk to these people and they're willing to engage in conversation and like unlearn what they've been conditioned in their lives. So I think that's what the main thing is about, really, is standing by the community and just always bettering yourself, I think.
And how important do you think spaces like Sing the Pink are for the queer world or LGBTQ?
I think for me, Sing the Pink, well, I'm talking from my own experience. The first time that I went to one of the Sing the Pink events, I walked in this space and was just like, what is this magical wonderland? But you know what it's like, literally anyone in there and feel welcome and feel accepted and feel like you can be whoever you want to be without judgment. And that's the most incredible thing, to create a space like that for people who maybe haven't felt like they could be themselves before. It's full of like different people, and it's amazing. And it was one of the first times for me actually that I've really truly felt in a space where I was like, wow, like this is home. This is incredible.
And that's the thing, I feel like these spaces are for everyone, and like that's the thing, with you can come into the spaces and be respectful about it and enjoy the space, and like you don't have to be LGBTQ plus to come in. You don't have to be that to even feel that you've felt different. Everyone has felt that, or like they've not felt like they fit in, and come into a space that is for everyone, where you can be free and express that. I'm so happy that you felt that from Sing the Pink.
Oh, honestly, the minute I was sitting, I was like, I'm here every month, hon. I'm here whenever there's a gig on. And we've performed at Sing the Pink as well, like as a group, and that's one of my favourite gigs that we've ever done, because it was a few times so we could sit down and be like, right, let's dress as the Powerpuff Girls and go with the theme that maybe that audience might not have like got as much. I feel like with Sing the Pink, anything goes. You can be as creative as you want, and people just lap it up. So
totally. Do you love dressing up?
Oh, hun, I can't tell you how much. Costume moment. I've actually got an outfit similar to yours, the one you've got.
Have you?
Yeah. I just love dressing up. So any opportunity, I'm out there, basically.
So you're obviously used to a grueling tour schedule. You've been touring everywhere. How do you keep it going? Like when you're doing a tour, for example, you're in another country and do you do it? Is it like every night? How do you keep it going, keep the energy alive, doing the choreo and everything?
Good question. I missed her so much, actually. It's what I do in the world, because I feel like it doesn't matter how shit you're feeling, whatever you're going through, the minute you get on stage and you've got like a sea of people who know your music and are there to support you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like nothing. I mean, you'll know when you perform, like nothing can describe that feeling, that adrenaline.
Yeah, and even if you're not feeling it beforehand, and as soon as you go out there, it's like it changes. Yeah,
there's literally been times when like I've being backstage and you might be going through something in your personal life, or just feel under the weather and like, oh god, I don't think I can do it tonight, or I don't think I'll give it my best. And then you just get on there and you just do it. Like something comes over you. I was telling my boyfriend Jordan yesterday as well that like there's been times when I've had a Sunday roast before getting on stage, and I felt really I get on like, what, Sunday roast? And just go. So yeah, I really actually I'm really excited to get on the road again next year.
I'm excited to perform on the stage again as well. I'm ready for it.
You need to perform with us. You need to perform with us.
I mean, yeah, let's do it. I'll have my people call your people.
Oh yeah.
So you've obviously you've been 2011. So that's 10 years ago. That's crazy.
Yes.
So you've obviously like experienced the ups and downs and negatives and positives of fame and being thrust into the limelight. How would you give advice to anyone to kind of cope with that? Obviously, I've just come off a reality television show, and I'm getting used to it as well, like the switch. So yeah, what would you say? What advice would you give?
I would say,
don't read the comments.
Yeah, best of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't actually, do you know what, really don't read the comments, because
Hmm.
I do not do that, and it really benefits your mental health to not. Um, and I would say to, yeah, remember who you are, surround yourself with people who keep you humble,
Hmm.
trust. You know, unfortunately, we've, you know, had to learn over the years and over our career that, you know, not everyone is who you expect them to be. And
Yeah.
it's industries where you have to just, you know, make sure that you're looking after yourself and you're being exactly who you want to be and not being morphed into someone or told how to be. And I guess we're
Which
really
is difficult. It's difficult when you come into a space and there's lots of people having an opinion, and you feel like you want to please people because
yeah,
you don't want to mess it up.
exactly, especially when you first enter the industry. It's
Yeah.
like so many people telling you like what sort of artist you should be or how you should look and
Yeah.
age with people. And especially at a young age for us, it was like, oh, it was a lot, especially because I feel like in the beginning we really knew who we wanted to be as a
Yeah.
band. And it did, you know, it was really organic. It all came from us in terms of like branding and how we wanted to look and all that. So, you know, luckily I feel like we were good at maintaining who we were and who we wanted to be, even when we had people in our ear all the time telling us otherwise.
Hmm.
So yeah.
That's important, definitely. Having your vision and making sure that you can get to do that, putting that
Yeah.
across, which is hard in that industry. I mean, we've seen it happen to people all the time where it's like not their authentic selves, or they're just trying to do it, especially like throughout history with famous people. So it's great that you were allowed to do that. So I'm very, very happy for that.
Oh,
But
thank
how have you dealt with any kind of online negative trolling? Do you just ignore it? Just like,
you. Fuck off! No,
yeah.
I just for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I am known amongst the girls as being a bit of a like little Rottweiler. You know, I literally like made my own Daily Mail comments page section so I could like go at them and have or anyone that had something to say about us or the girls, because I'm very
Oh,
defensive.
that's the worst place on this planet, the Daily Mail comments.
Toxic. And you know, I think in the beginning, because I was so new to it, I was like, how are all these people allowed to say these things and get away with it? Like, why are there no consequences? And it used to
I
really,
always,
yeah, it used to really piss me off. So I'd always try and like snap back or say things back. And then, do you know what it was actually? I think it was one of the fans, like a few years ago, messaged us and was like, why are you giving these people attention? Man, there's people like me that are like desperate for a reply from you, desperate for your love and attention. I was like, do you know what? You're actually so right. Like,
yeah,
I've far too much time trying to have a go at these people when there's like 10 times more actual fans giving you love and
hmm
support music who you could be engaging with instead. So now I try to whittle it down to maybe one clap back a month if someone has something to say on
yeah. Don't get rid of it. Always clap back once or twice. But I
the
think that's true though. Like it's difficult. Like we try to do the best we can, and I think we try to be positive, but unfortunately, negativity can kind of get in there and tap on that positive, and it just brings you down, and it's easier to feed into that and like
that,
forget about all of the positives. Forget about like I could have 1,000 nice comments and see one bad one, and that's the one I remember.
it's so true, and it's so annoying
Yeah,
that your brain like does that to yourself.
yeah,
But that's why one of the reasons why I try my best not to like read the comments, unless it's like on Instagram, it's on my page or whatever. And also, it is hard because we are, like you say, like we're human, and you know we have emotions just like everyone else. We're not, you know, made of stone. So it hurts when people have a go at you, or you know, I do
yeah.
find now I feel like it's quite hard when you do have that platform. Like I find myself being worried all the time, like in interviews and things, like, oh, if I say the wrong thing, or you know, if I word something the wrong way, like people are going to come for us and all this. And you just have to remember, like, you know, if your intention is right
Yeah.
and you know, your heart's in the right place, that's all you can do, really.
Totally. You get back what you put out into the universe. So as long as you're putting out positivity, you're going to get that back for yourself. And the people that are being the trolling, like karma,
Well, yeah, karma's a bitch.
karma is a bitch. So last question, and then we're going to go on to some fan questions that they've sent in. So what can you tell us is coming up for Little Mix this year?
Ooh, gosh, there's a lot happening this year.
Mm.
Um, we have just recently, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say without getting told off. We've done something very important, which I know you're aware of. And yeah, so we've got new music coming, you know, new music. What else we got going on? My mind's obviously gone blank now.
Yeah, basically you've got to fit in 2020 into 2021 as well.
Yes, got music. Hopefully we'll be doing well for next year. I'm being a really shit promoter of myself right now. Where's my mind? Like, what the fuck have I done in the past few months? We've been doing a lot of writing as well.
Amazing.
The studio with Camille, who we adore, and Eminike and Trey, you know, writing new music. So that's been our main focus, I think, at the minute.
What's your writing process like?
Writing process. Well, when we work with Camille and Uzo especially, it's like we bang out a lot of ideas in one day. So like the other day in one session, we did like 5 songs, 5 ideas, because we feel like when we work really quickly, our brains don't shut down so soon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you have that? Like if you write a song and you get going and then you can't think of a chorus, lyric or whatever, the energy in the room starts to die a bit. So the minute that happens, we're like, right, next idea, play another beat, let's write another song.
Yeah.
And then what we do is when we get in the session the next day, we listen back to those songs and we're like, which one did we like the most? Let's finish this one. And that's how songs like Breakup Song and Holiday came about. Through that sort of process. But it varies really. You know, and now that I've been doing a lot more songwriting, especially with Leanne as well, and we have the publishing deal, I feel a bit less pressure now. I used to always walk and be like, oh God, if I don't get a hit, you know, it means I'm really crap at what I do. And so I've had to learn to be a bit kinder to myself over the years and go in a session and be, oh, what? It's like any job, you have good and bad days. It's been, we write a song and we listen back and I'm like, what a load of shite. And then there's another, when I listen, I'm like, oh my God, we're the best. So,
well, that's it. As artists, we do that. Like we always, I feel like I always think of it where I always say I'm only as good as my last look, because I never think about all the amazing stuff I've done. I'm like, oh, that was good or it wasn't good. And then I focus on that. And I think as artists, we're always changing. So sometimes we're going to have days where it's not our best.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Put yourself some slack. You know, it's hard enough.
Book me a holiday to go abroad. Well, I think we've got some questions from the fans. Gorgeous club. Did you see that?
Thank you very much.
Right, so this one, so there was lots of scribbles out, so I was trying to work out where it is. This one is from Robin Grange. What would your drag name be? Now, I think I know this one.
I think you do, yeah. So I always tell this story. Basically, Willem, who was a good friend of mine, named me Sinead Nibbles because whenever I go on a night out, I always have a snack in my clutch bag. When I get in the taxi and I'm absolutely mortal and I'm hungry and I can't wait to get home, I pull out a little Lunchable or a little digestive that I've kept in my bag, and you know, there you go. Need a nibbles.
That's good advice for people to take, I think. Always have a snack.
Yeah, there you go.
At all times. Okay, we've got another question coming in. Oh, another, did you see that? Another one.
The book needs lives this summer.
So this is by @iconic jade thirwall. Can you give us a duet of UK Hun right now?
Oh my God. I mean, Campbell's trying to do it at the same time. I've just fucking got that song out my head as well, and now it's back in.
Bing, bang, bong.
Ding, sang, song.
Ding, dang, dong. UK Hun. And it's going around and around and around and around, yeah. But what does it do? I don't have a clue. Sing it loud, sing it loud, sing it loud, yeah. I think you need to. We need to do a little mixed verse on UK Hun.
Christ, do you know what? I'd actually love that.
Yeah.
When I can't remember who does it now, but that's for the bing bang bong. That's my favourite bit.
That's for the sing sang song. Yeah.
And then the dance when you go, guys, I'm like.
I loved it because when we first heard that, I was like, this sounds like a nursery rhyme. I was
Yeah.
like, this is not like this sounds like a... And then we were like, we wanted to make the choreo quite sexy to it because it was like, yeah, that. So then we did that and we had a lot of fun with it, and we didn't realize that it was going to have that impact because obviously when you're in the show, you're just filming. So we were onto the like it was Snatch Game next, so we didn't even think about it. And then when it came out and it was just going crazy, it was mad.
Oh, do you know what? That's what it is. I love the juxtaposition of the nursery rhyme-esque, you know, melody, and then you slagging it up on the stage. I'm like, yeah, perfectly. That's very Little Mix.
Exactly. So we've got another one from at jade_is_the_best.
Wow, there's that.
What Little Mix song means a lot to you?
Oh God, so many of them actually. Off the top of my head, I would probably say Strip.
Yeah.
Because, like we were talking about earlier, like comments and stuff, when we wrote Strip, we were with Camille and we came in the session and we were all really upset. I think me and Perry had just been papped coming out of the label or something, and people were like making loads of nasty comments. I was in the studio a lot, so I just kept eating like pancakes every day, and I put a little bit of timber on, and somebody said that they thought I was pregnant, and I was like, ah. And, you know, people always say that we're ugly and this and that. You know, people have always got something to say about us. I guess it's
people are assholes.
Yeah. And we went in the session, we were telling Camille all these things that people say about her and having a proper like rant and moan, and then we turned it into Strip, the song.
Amazing.
So that's
Turn
a good
art.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go, jade_is_the best. Okay. So I've got a question from at Bricklayer Spice. Yeah. Can Bimini join the confetti tour, please? And I promise I didn't ask this.
Oh, honestly, I'd absolutely love that. You know it, space guy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'd love you to join us. I feel like you'd fit in very well with Little Mix, costume-wise, you know.
I'm always up for having fun with costumes, so.
Exactly. We could come up with some good leotards together.
Yeah. We need to get the latex.
Oh, yeah. Very cool.
Well, yeah, Bricklayer Spice, put it out into the universe, manifest it, it might happen.
It will happen.
It will happen. I've got another question. Here we go. So from at Cartoons, see what they did there.
Yeah.
You're about to lip sync for your life. What do you lip sync? They said sing, but it is lip sync.
All right. Yeah, if you want me to sing, you have to pay me, God.
Yeah.
I've actually thought about this. I've got a few. My first would probably be Living for Love by Madonna.
Yeah, great one.
Like feel-good songs. Definitely wouldn't wear a cape when I sang it. I just love it because it makes me feel good. I feel like it's a really good one to lip sync to, especially when the beat comes in and love's gonna lift me up and the beat drops. What else? Do you know what I always thought, actually, because I love this song, it's mine and my best friend's favourite song is Drove All Night by Celine Dion. And then when Priyanka did it on Canada's Drag Race, I was like, I was blown away. That for me is one of my favourite lip syncs that's ever been on Drag Race. Like, I was absolutely gagged and watched it over and over again. And then finally, probably have to do, this is me going off if I was in the bottom two like 3 weeks in a row, by the way. A Diana Ross song, maybe like Chain Reaction or Upside Down. I feel like that would be a moment as well.
Yeah, they're good choices. I feel like because Tace had lip sync 3 times in a row, and they didn't give her any upbeat numbers. Bless her. She's a killer choreo, but she got 2 ballads and a Jess Glynn song, so it was a bit bless her. I was like waiting for her to bust out the moves, but then yeah.
And Tace is so good at performing. I saw Tace perform at like a drag brunch thing that Jodie Harsh was hosting.
Yeah.
Before Drag Race was on the TV. And I remember watching her, I can't remember what she was dancing to now, but I remember watching her, me and my boyfriend were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Tace is one of the best performers that Drag Race has ever had on that show. And they gave her 3 ballads and
But
What?
it,
Like no dance numbers.
she made it work. When she did Memory, it was such a moment. And because it was
Yeah.
like, lip syncs, everyone, I remember like on Twitter and Instagram were like, that
Yeah.
face, that red moment with that makeup. It was just like, oh.
I
Yeah.
know. Gorgeous. So
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous. Oh, another question coming in.
Another glove. That's
Yeah.
like that show when you were little, and there was like gloves, and it was like oh, what was it called? There was like loads of little windows, and one of the windows you clicked on it. Was it called Zap or something? And one of
Oh
them.
no.
I'm chatting shit, anyways. Carry
Did
on.
you use those? What one of use those handles?
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
have to play it. Get it out. I'm sure it'll be in a charity shop somewhere.
Pun. Dropped an earring.
Oh no. So I think someone pointed that out. Rude. Right, so I've got another question from you. There's not an app for this one, but what's your fave TV show at the moment?
Fave TV show.
Now that Drag Race is over, what's your fave TV show?
What's that I watch now that that's over?
Yeah.
This earring. I'm just gonna see if it falls out again. What have I been watching lately? Actually, I haven't really had time, to be honest. This is gonna sound so pathetic, but sometimes when I'm at home, with my friends, we just put on Little Mix videos on YouTube. Like you've got to be,
streams.
you know what I mean? Sometimes when I like watch our videos back, and I'll be like, do you know what? That was a really good video. Like we overestimated, you know, the budget for that one. It's actually turned out really well. Things like that. Watch our performances back, and then we also
Reflect.
like old cheesy pop music. I'm more of a YouTube fan than like watching shows. I think when I was
am as well.
yeah, like we'll put on old videos and be like last time I was at my friend Zach's flat, we watched all of like Kylie Minogue's catalogue of videos into our DVDs, and we were like, icon.
The Showgirl tour.
And literally, honestly, it doesn't get any better. I think so we're missing like watching live performances, so we're like putting on our favourite ones. We watched a bit of Kylie. Who else did we watch?
I'm sure we've probably got the same YouTube history. I think like what's good about YouTube, the algorithm knows what else you like.
Isn't it? And then because Michelle Visage has just done the Steps single, so we went on a bit of a like Steps timeline, like
Oh yeah.
you know what was the one where they were all in blue, well, deeper shade of blue? 'Cause I'm
Yeah.
What a video!
So good.
Iconic.
Like I love music videos so much.
Yeah, and they're so powerful as well. I think people like underestimate sometimes the power of music video. Look at Lil Nas at the minute. Like if the video is iconic, it can literally like, you know, make the song.
Yeah.
There you go.
We've got another question coming in with another gold glove. Oh, nearly dropped it. So this is at Thurlcaned. What did the pandemic change about your life, and what will you do differently now?
Oh wow.
Yeah, wow.
Deep.
We've gone from Kylie Minogue Showgirl tour.
Yeah.
To, what have you learned about your life during the pandemic?
You know what? I've learned how to adult a bit better. Because I've had more time to do so. You know, like tidying up and doing chores in the flat. Baking, I've been doing a bit of that. And I feel like, you know, I think I've learned how to prioritise what's more important in my life a bit. Yeah, I feel like communication with like my family and friends has gone up a bit, which is nice. I feel like I've fallen in love with things again, like painting and pottery, things that I wouldn't usually have time for. So I'm really hoping that as I get going again and like maintain those things, because they've been really good for my mental health. I think just anything creative, I think, is really good for you. So, you know, if you try and do that as often as possible, it's good for your soul, isn't it?
It's
and then also,
it really is.
Yeah, exactly. And then also, I found a bit of love in lockdown, so that was nice. Yeah, that's made me really happy. So I'm very grateful, because those things wouldn't have happened, you know, if I wasn't in lockdown. So I'm trying to find a
Well, we've got to, but I agree. I think it allows us a lot of time to reflect, and I was even with everything I was doing in drag, I was going like full speed ahead, not really having time to reflect on that, and like having to stop and really take a moment and be like, okay, what is important?
Yeah.
Everything has stopped. All of my income has stopped. Like, what's going on? And you kind of allow yourself time to do the things that you haven't been able to do in ages, and that's important to do.
Exactly. And I guess for you as well, because you guys had the gap, right?
Yeah, so that was weird because
Yeah.
we stopped as it was getting worse. I remember like having the TV in my room in the hotel room every morning, seeing like it getting worse, like going up, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And they're like, "It's fine." And then we obviously had to stop, but yeah, we had that big break, and then I've been obviously very grateful because I knew I had that to look forward to.
Yeah.
We didn't know when we were going to go back. We didn't know if we
Oh,
were even going to go back, but yeah, we had that break, and I'm very grateful for everything that is happening now. So
yeah. No, absolutely. I feel like that gap, especially for like you, was really great. I feel like you came back on, and it was like, wow, Bimini's
yeah,
arrived again.
yeah.
Not me.
In the lockdown, she came back and she was ready. No, it's good. But I think so. I think that is. I'm not being past any more questions, so I think that's all we've got time for. So thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I've just realised like the whole time I've probably just been watching myself in the bottom screen. Do you ever do that when you're like on Zoom and stuff? Just
Did you
focus
know
on.
that I'm wearing a pink hat? I mean, I've been doing very similar, but I've been looking as well. I saw your earring for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But thank you so much, and I hope everyone watching has enjoyed it. Jade, you're an absolute icon. I can't wait to see everything that you do, and I hope to see you very, very soon.
Yes, I just want to say as well that I absolutely adore you and you deserve everything that's about to come your way. You're so special and
Oh, babe, thank you.
mwah.
I love you. Mwah.
Thanks, Think the Pink. Bye.
Bye. Bye, babes.